It's winter, so why is my Audi TT Mark1 Roadster not in the garage and out here on the road? Well, that's because I think right now is the perfect time to be driving one of these fantastic soft top cars, and they are so affordable in the UK market right now. It's an ideal time to pick one up. So let me take you on a journey and show you why the Audi TT Mark1 Roadster is perfect for winter. A cold Sunday morning in November here in the UK will give us the perfect backdrop for today's topic of why is the Audi TT Mark1 Roadster so much fun in winter. So let's dive into this. Well, with the turn of a handle and the flick of a switch, in under 10 seconds you go from being in a coupe style car to a completely open air soft top roadster where you're at one with nature. So for me, this is what roadster ownership is all about. The winter driving experience. You've got the roof down, you've got the seats on, you feel nice and cozy, nice and snug, thanks to the wind deflector right behind me here, and of course both the windows are up, creating a cocoon of warmth on a cold winter's day. Yes, the Convertible is seen as a summer fun sports car, but for me, that's not what it's about. A lot of you may put your cars away for winter, but I think you are missing a trick here. These cars are so cheap. They are such great fun to use, and I think you need to get that car out. You need to enjoy that winter driving and enjoy the crisp, cool air around your neck as you zip around and enjoy the fresh air. Beautiful blue skies, beautiful sunny day. What more could you want? And that's the thing to talk about, isn't it, with TT Roadster ownership. These cars are as cheap as they are going to get. And being winter, a lot of owners are looking to move their cars on, potentially because they have nowhere to store them over the cold winter months. That could lead them not to be used. But now's the time to pick one up because it is a buyer's market. Sellers are looking to sell cheap because no one wants a convertible in the winter, do they? Well, I think that's where you're wrong. Right now is the time to get it out, because if you enjoy a spirited Sunday drive, the TT Roadster could be the answer to your prayers. Talking of the drive, there are some differences between the coupe and the Roadster, in my opinion, for handling. The responsiveness of the Roadster from a handling perspective is not as sharp as the coupe. It's a little bit sluggish in my opinion, but a lot of that is counteracted by the ability to undo this power hood and drop it down. And I think that is probably one of the great things about this car, particularly if you own a 3.2 V6 model, is when you put that hood down, the exhaust note becomes much clearer. The 3.2 V6 we know is a beautiful engine, and sitting in the coupe it makes a great warbling noise. But a 3.2 in a convertible, what more could you want? You're listening to that exhaust note at full chat. Of course, one of the massive benefits of having your roof down in these convertibles and sitting where you sit is the vision and the visibility. So much better in the Roadster than the coupe, and that's one of the advantages. So if you are thinking about what's your vision like in a coupe, you've got 360 vision in this car. It's fantastic. Now the Audi TT Mark1 Roadster, it comes in 4 flavours. Yep, 4 flavours. It starts off with the base model 150. That's fine for getting around in if you're not looking to tear up the streets. The 150 will still get you around. It's one of the later model Audi TT Mark1s. It was only produced for the last couple of years. From there we step up to the 180 Roadster, and that also came in a 2-wheel drive and a 4-wheel drive quattro option. The 2-wheel drive Audi TT 180 is seen in some context as being as quick off the mark as the 225, but I'm yet to believe that. The turbo on the 180 model, the K03, spools much quicker than the K04 on the 225, so you get that punch and that turbo kick much sooner. From the 180 we step up to the 225. Now that only comes in the Quattro 4-wheel drive version, but that is probably the epitome of the 1.8 turbo cars in the convertible model. From there we go to the 3.2 V6, a much heavier engine, a much heavier car, but one I think you will enjoy driving. One of the finest features for driving this car in the winter is, of course, using the heated seats. Now, within a minute of having these seats on, you are so toasty warm. I can't describe how quick they get hot and how warm and snug you feel sitting in these seats with the arms and bolsters wrapped right around you. But while we're talking about the positives of buying an Audi TT MK1 Roadster, we should also talk about some of the problems. Now, one of the key problems with the Audi TT MK1 Roadster, if you look online, is the fact that the CCM module, the comfort control module that controls the electrics, the power hood, the fuel flap, the boot lid, you name it, all those features that you need, it can fail. And the reason most of these fail is due to them getting wet. You can get them repaired. There's a great guy in Hertfordshire called Sean Blenko of Motive Electronics that does repairs on the CCM. So you're not totally stuck if your CCM has failed. But why does that CCM fail? Well, water gets in through the compartment just behind my head here in the car, because the convertible hoods tend to split around the rear window and let water in. Now there's a parcel shelf behind my head, and on that parcel shelf is a hole where the CCM sits. And of course what happens is the rear glass comes away, water gets in onto the parcel shelf, and it's going to head down as quick as possible into that void where your CCM is. The CCM gets wet, causes a problem. If you've got a leaking roof, or if you've got a rear window split on the car, or you're looking to pick one of these cars up that has that, get that CCM checked. Make sure that's okay before you buy it. Make sure all the electrics work on the car. Get in the car, does the hood work? Does the boot open? Does the fuel flap open? Do the electric windows work? Does the central locking work? All those controls, check those out religiously before you buy a car. But that is the noise and the reason you buy one. And this car is as comfortable on country lanes as it is on the open road. The 4-wheel drive Quattro sticks to the road like glue. A great set of tyres can make all the difference to this car. So with the prices cheap right now, due to the winter and it being a buyer's market, would I recommend you pick up an Audi TT Convertible MK1 this winter? You bet I would. Woo! And I think you can see by the smile on my face just what a joy this car is to drive. This was, of course, the first TT that I bought and the original channel car. So I've got a little soft spot for this car anyway. And there is simply no better way to enjoy the outdoors than sitting behind the wheel of one of these fantastic cars at this time of year. I can't think of a more fun way to enjoy yourself with your clothes on. Time for some more fun. This engine, it just picks up so well, and with the roof down you get to hear that beautiful exhaust note. The 6-speed gearbox shifts this car down the road so well. It goes uphill as well as it goes in a straight line. And as you pick up speed in this car, that wind buffeting is negated by this wonderful wind deflector that you have full control over from the car inside here. It's electric, you can put it up, and that brings any wind noise to an end. It also prevents that cold draft from around your neck that is susceptible to a lot of convertible cars. Some cars get around that with a heated air scarf that comes out. This car doesn't have that, but the deflector does all you need it to do. And from a safety perspective, you can see these wonderful sculpted, anodized Audi TT roll hoops, which I think are epitomises the look of the convertible. So let's talk prices. They are much cheaper than the coupes right now. Again, it's cold here in the UK, or starting to get cold, so people are trying to move them on. And I think you could probably pick up a 225 convertible, maybe on high mileage, but a bit of a tinker toy, for around £1,000 to £1,200 as a running example. Now try and find me a car you can find that cheap for a bit of winter fun with 225 brake horsepower. The 3.2 V6 will set you back slightly more. Look to pay around £2,000 to £2,500 for a high mileage example. Of course, if you're looking for that car to cherish and put in the garage, there are lower mile examples around, but again, they are fetching lower prices than the coupe. I don't think I've seen a 1.8 225 convertible for sale, no matter the mileage, for any more than £3,000 on the market right now. Again, this is accessible motoring with great power, great performance, and the wind in your hair or hat. And of course, the convertible shares that Bauhaus engineering that goes into both the coupe and the Roadster. The wonderful dials, the sleek and shiny gear knob, and the pimple design that goes around all those features that is common throughout the car. It really adds a touch of class, I think, to the interior of this car. And potentially a nod to its Golf heritage. So to recap, would I recommend buying an Audi TT MK1 Roadster right now, drive this winter? Absolutely would. Should you garage them and keep them off the road during this time? Well, that's down for you to decide, but I find they're such great fun to drive. I couldn't take mine off the road. It's invigorating. And if you've enjoyed this video, then please do think about giving it a thumbs up, and also think about subscribing to my channel if you have not already done so, where you'll find a whole host of content on the Audi TT MK1. As always, thanks for watching and see you soon. Take care.